All right, August. Nice and loud.
Storm Alarm by Mary Osborne, illustrated by Greg Newbold.
Perfect. So, what we're going to be doing first, we're going to go through the vocab. So, has everyone flipped to page 134?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to say the word first, and then you're going to say it with me. And then we're going to go into what it means, just so we are ready for when we see it in the book. We got seafaring, so go ahead and say it with me. Seafaring, tidal, foaming, outcast, yearning, memorable, betrayed, condition, shortage, and horrified. Perfect. So, what you can see on there is sentences. So what I'm going to do first is go through what it means, and then we could go ahead and read the sentence so we can be able to kind of understand it more. So for seafaring, or for memorable, it's going to be, actually no, hold on. Miss Kelly's tripping. We got seafaring, which is going to be traveling by or working at sea. So who can I have to say the example of the sentence they have in there? Preston, go ahead.
Never mind.
Okay. So seafaring, number 1. What is the sentence? Go ahead, August.
Both of Jen's parents are sailors. Her seafaring childhood was exciting.
Yes, okay, we got it up. Perfect. Number 2, we got title. That's going to be relating to or affected by tides. What are tides? Darla. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so then we got foaming. Foaming means full of bubbles that form in a liquid such as soap, frothing. So in a sentence, it's used. Xander. Okay.
Foaming waves drop into the seawall, flying the air.
Perfect. Yes. Good job. Then we've got number 4, outcast. We can see the picture, right? The picture kind of show what it means too. Outcast is a person blocked from participation in a group or society. So we got Melody. Go ahead and read the sentence.
The lonely girl felt like an outcast in her new town. She did not know anyone.
Yeah. So I think we all kind of know what that feels like sometimes, right? So that might be interesting to see how that goes in the story. Number 5, we got yearning. A deep longing or strong desire. So let's see, what does that mean in this sentence? We got Margot. Loud and proud.
After traveling for months, Daniel felt a yearning to be home.
So he really had that deep desire to be home. That's what he really wanted to do. Perfect. Number 6, we got memorable. Memorable, which means worthy of being remembered, right? So the sentence, we got Gino. What does it mean? Perfect. We got number 7, betrayed. To be unfaithful to. We got the picture kind of shows they're frustrated. What is it in the sentence? We got lots of participation today. This is awesome. Let's see, Marcus.
If someone betrays you, he or she lets you down.
Yes. Do we all know? Have we ever felt betrayed before? Yes. We just kind of feel hurt by what they did. Okay. Number 8, condition. A general health and fitness. Okay, so number 8, we got Evie. So how he is, physically or mentally, how he's doing. Number 9, we got shortage. An amount of something that is not enough, right? So let's have Demontre. Nice and loud.
There are no lines for gas because of gas shortage.
Perfect. Yep, and so they're running out, and therefore, because they don't have enough gas, everyone's there trying to wait for it, and yep, the long lines. Number 10, horrified, to surprise unpleasantly, right? Sometimes I'm horrified when I go in the bathroom and I see what I see in there. I'm unpleasantly surprised. Alright, so in the sentence, we got Leo.
He was horrified when he accidentally dropped his plate of food.
Yes. Alright. So let's get going. We have, so before we start, let's flip to page 137.
And I looked it.
We're gonna see what we're about to read, right? And preview the topic. Let's see what we got going on. So page 137. Margo, do you have a question? Okay. So can I have, we're gonna do 2 different readers for this, to read the traditional tale. So who wants to volunteer for the first little part right here, the first paragraph? Let's do Judea. Starting with the traditional tale.
A traditional tale is a story that is told and retold through the years. Traditional tales are passed on from one generation to the next by word of mouth. Stormwall is
Okay, perfect. Good. So, just I want to really emphasize here, a traditional tale, right? So traditions, if we're splitting it up, we got traditional tales, so traditions. We're really going to brainstorm what is a tradition. Yeah.
A tradition is something that you do every time.
Yeah, it's just kind of repeated, right? It's a way of thinking, behaving, doing something that's been used by a group of people for a long time, a really long time. Like one family tradition could be you have Friday movie night and game night every week, right? And you've been doing that for years. Or Thanksgiving, you have certain foods that every year someone makes and brings to the table. Those are traditions. So one type of tradition here is telling the same story again and again, right? So parents tell the story to their kids, those kids tell their kids, and it goes on for many generations. These are what we call traditional tales. So we just heard that in the first paragraph, but really want to emphasize that. It's a story that's told and retold, and it goes on for years and years and years. They kind of use it as storytells, like they tell it to each other. So continuing on, next paragraph, who would like to read? All right, August, you were very excited. Go ahead.
Stormalong is a traditional tale about a 30-foot tall sailor named Alfred Bulltop Stormalong. American sailors began singing about Stormalong in the 1830s when fast-moving boats called clipper ships sailed between cities.
All right, thank you. And then I'll have one more reader for the last little bit. Macy, go ahead.
Over time, tales about Stormalong spread. His strength, courage, and kindness became legendary. Communities together about Stormalong and passing leaves helped sailors tackle hard work on the lonely ocean waves.
All right. So with what we know about the traditional tales, how do you think a story might go? Like, what is common in tales, like stories? Do we have any examples that come to mind about like tales that we might know? Malik.
Fiction.
So yeah, they are fictional, right? August?
Wait, what was the question?
Like, what are some examples? For me, Humpty Dumpty is one that comes to my mind, right? That's an example of a traditional tale. People say it over and over, and almost everyone knows it. Melody?
There's one traditional tale that I know.
What is it?
The Three Little Pigs.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah. William?
I thought it was sci-fi one.
A sci-fi?
Yeah, I was thinking of Star Wars.
Star Wars? Okay. That's interesting input. Evie? What was that? Little Red Riding Hood. I hear some people saying that was mine, so that's one more. But that was a really common one. One more we'll do. Oh, Preston was waiting patiently. He can go.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
All right. Yes. So now we kind of know what some common ones are, and we can think of some commonalities we see in them, and we can keep that in mind as we continue on. All right. So we can keep going. Let's look at page 138.
Flip the page. Flip it.
138.
139 and 138.
Yep, 138, 139. Xander said it best. So, perfect.
Be quiet, Boner.
If we look at the left here, we see genre. Last week we did a play, right?
Yeah.
So today, and this week, we're going to be doing a tall tale. So here it says it's a humorous story about impossible or exaggerated happenings. So some things you can look for as you go is events that could not happen in real life because it's just so exaggerated. Exaggerations about the strength and abilities of a story character and stories about American folk heroes and legends, right? Because that's a lot of what a tall tale is legends. Oh, I hear voices. So one thing I want to point out here is this word that we keep saying here is exaggerated, exaggerated. So what I would like to know is, have we heard of the word hyperbole? Raise your hand if you have. Okay, I figured this. So how about this? For a quick 30 seconds, turn and talk to your neighbors, and let's see if you guys can figure out what a hyperbole might be. You just said something about exaggerated. So in a story, what is a hyperbole? Maybe. Just, it's no wrong answer, but for 30 seconds.
A hyperbole
There might be table chips involved. There's no wrong answers, just to get your brain going. Yeah, just like what you might know about it. Okay. Alright. Okay. We're good. We're going to discuss it more further, but let's see. Does anyone have a guess or know anything about hyperbole? Joby.
I have a guess.
Okay, that's great. Guess. Yeah. That's a big part of it. So yeah, let's give your table some chips. I'll come to this table next.
What was her answer?
She said it's exaggeration in a story. So that's part of it. It's a good guess.
Oh, no.
All right. Okay, let's see. What did your table come up with? Malik. Oh, let's listen.
She asked our whole table.
So Malik, you could be the representative. What did you guys think about hyperbole?
Somebody just said
What?
Greek mythology, I guess.
Okay. Good guess. You guys have some good things. So I'm gonna say it right now, and there'll be more opportunities for chips later.
That's not what we said.
Yeah.
Okay, so a hyperbole is an exaggerated statement. So let me pull something up real fast, or slides. The reason we're going through this is because you're going to be seeing a lot of them in the story. So let's just make sure we know what it is. So
That's a hyperbole.
a hyperbole is language that authors use when they exaggerate a character's appearance and actions, the descriptions of a setting or events in the story, right? It's very common in tall tales. That's why we're going over it. If readers know that and they know it's kind of fake and it's exaggerated just to kind of like really be dramatic, the readers might think that it's funny. They use it in a funny way and it kind of makes the story more interesting, for example. So here are some examples. We got, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Do you think that someone's actually going to eat a horse?
I would.
No. It's just showing how hungry you are. You're exaggerating how hungry. She's as old as the hills. What does that mean? Leah.
She's